Hey guys, it's Maxi, and this is how a Radiant player thinks while clutching.
This guy's a judge.
Oh, this is so good.
Oh my god, yo, yo, send me your address right now.
So starting off with a 1v4 clutch that had me feeling like a sex icon for a whole minute. I'm playing Astra here and my team gets absolutely stomped while trying to take site. As a smokes player, I'm last because I was throwing all my util. So with my teammates getting mollywopped on the execute, the enemy team has the control of the spike and all the momentum and confidence in the world. And that's what I'm going to use against them. They have bomb control and now I'm in a 1v4 clutch. It's time to just look for kills. It's ranked, and no matter what the rank is, from Radiant to Bronze, a lot of people have this mentality of like, once they feel like the round is guaranteed, everybody wants that extra kill while having the mentality of, I can get a little silly, no way my team loses this. That sense of false security is a bad habit that all Valorant players have done at least once in their lifetime. So with that being said, I know clutches above more than 2 people seem pretty insurmountable. So stop thinking of it as you versus a unit. Don't look at it as a 1v4. Try looking and breaking it down into 4 separate 1v1s. Once you can execute that ideology in your gameplay, from there it's just trying to isolate one gunfight and then into the next until you get the victory royale. So with that being understood, let's jump back and dissect this Astra clutch. Since I still have a whole minute left, all I plan on doing here is just playing patient and holding for people to overheat. I want them to walk in my crosshair, and that's exactly what the Omen does. Since the main rule of thumb is to strike quick and isolate 1v1s as soon as possible, I swing to take out this Gecko ASAP since I'm sure he's trying to follow and capitalize off his wingman. As I'm about to fight the Gecko, if you listen carefully, you can hear loud footsteps coming from ramp behind me. After getting the first pick on the Gecko, you always gotta be ready for the trade, so I instantly turn around and pre-fire the closest angle and catch the jet perfectly.
Oh, this is so good.
Sorry.
Oh my god, I'm gonna fucking come. I'm gonna come.
Close with it.
My teammates call the last guy's last whereabouts. Remembering that I still have a minute to play with, I walk and commit to holding for his push. Bingo. From his POV, I got 2 options. Continue up ramp or come back towards A main. If his original positioning wasn't good enough for the former, he's got to reposition, and just like that, I stole a round from him that tilted them to the Shadow Realm. This next clip is one of my favorite clutches of all time. It's a 1v4 on Chamber, and it showcases how to quickly isolate fights to gain the upper hand.
Let's go.
Last player standing. Spike down A.
Off your feet!
Really quick, I want to point this out if you guys didn't notice. This is the coolest thing about this clutch. As soon as the breach pops his ultimate, I turn tail and jump to surf his ultimate to get further and behind cover so I can post window if I need to. Luckily, my gut feeling was right and I no-scoped the dork that pops up window right after riding that wave. After that no-scope, the enemy are for sure on high alert. So like I said earlier, probe and isolate 1v1 at a time. The enemy contested mid earlier in the round, so I'm wary of any and all angles. I'm ready to get jumped, so I jiggle for info on this chamber before committing and swinging. After that, I instantly turn around and ready myself for the next fight.
Left. 1 enemy remaining.
The same principle of forcing and isolating 1v1s works in this pick too. The second I see this Omen, I instantly pounce to try to take him out as soon as I can. And just like that, a 1v4 has been brought down to a 1v1. And I have all the momentum in the world, so I'm sure this dude is sweating. I have no idea where this guy actually is, other than the last time that we saw him was getting a pick on my teammate in the beginning of the round on B site. So it could be anybody's guess where he's at now. Since he hasn't shown himself yet, I'm more inclined to believe that he decided to hold C just to have all sights on lock. So I book it towards A and make sure to plant open. It's risky, but the risk is well worth the reward. If you plant somewhere where the spike is visible to a multitude of angles, it causes an incredible amount of pressure on the guy trying to defuse. He's got to clear so many different angles, he's got to hold all sorts of different angles, so it turns into a guessing game for him. And that's what you want, because you got to remember, time is your greatest ally in these scenarios. So since I'm one shot, I'm kind of just hiding right here, making sure I don't fall asleep in the wheel, kind of just periodically just kind of just peeking, just to make sure this guy doesn't get the jump on me, just so I can get the jump on him, just like that.
You're actually fucking insane, dude.
Sorry.
This next clip shows the importance of patience when it comes to clutching. If you take one nugget of advice from this video, let it be this. You have more time than you realize.
Last player standing.
I want you to be mindful that this clutch started at 1 minute and 23 seconds. It's a 1v3 scenario, and I want to show you the significance that patience and discipline can bring you. There isn't really anything special going on, I'm just letting it simmer and marinate. Here, let me help you guys visualize it a little bit. Here's little old me, and this is the last place where they spotted me. Here's where the bomb was last dropped, and it's a 1v3, and they have full control of the bomb. And what I mean about limiting your options is that these red lines are the first places these guys are going to be ready for. But if you take your time, a vat of opportunities will open up to you that'll nag at the back of their mind the more patient you are.
Bye.
Window one. Omen unknown still.
Omen push window. Early round.
Even after this first pick, I keep it calm and silent. You always want to just keep them guessing, never let them know your hand. It only takes 4 seconds to plant the bomb, so you're free to play with however much time that you have. And with my teammates' help, I have a pretty good idea where to expect this Omen. Now all I gotta do is just be patient and thorough with my checks, keep true to my crosshair placement, and go get yourself a clutch.
I got this.
Nice.
Easy. You're
People
back
do all
range.
do
You're
without me.
different.
Clean with it.
Yes, sir.
My coaching sessions are really paying off, huh?
I got your back.
This next clip showcases how important it is to just be able to retreat and reset so you can give yourself the advantage.
Backside still.
Backside, one issue.
He's right here.
Last player standing.
He's not one issue.
So I get to pick on the Reyna, and now I'm just left in a 1v2, and both of their players were 100% confirmed to be on that bomb site. So I don't force it because not only do they have the health advantage, they got advantageous positioning and numbers. So I book it straight to A site just to plant to level out the playing field a bit. With the clock on my side and them having to clear all of site to try to retake it, it's looking a little bit more even. I plant safe right here just because I'm worried that they could have beaten me there if they really booked it. I don't want to risk getting picked off just crossing or something, so I just plant it and then double back towards A short and clear behind me really fast so I don't have to worry about it. You want to be completely dead silent. You don't want to give them any inkling of information of where you could possibly be. There's so many different areas I could possibly be playing, and they got to worry about every single one of them. I could have TP'd towards heaven, I could have played under hell, I could have doubled back towards A long and just sat in a corner, I could have pushed the spawn and gotten some really good timing. But since I get a smoke again, I smoke off their spawn and hold a really aggressive off angle to try to get a pick on them blindly walking through smoke to equalize it into a 1v1. And it works out beautifully in my favor. Now I'm in a 1v1 and this guy has to be sweating. Since they took their sweet time to group, I decide to swing instantly off the first tap because if he wants any security, he's gonna have to half the spike, and it's GG.
I don't lose those, dude.
This next clip is a perfect example on how when the spike is planted, time is your greatest tool. You can quite literally win a round without even shooting your gun.
Flashing high.
He sees. I think we
they
fight
both
for
do it.
cat maybe. I say we fight cat. I'm gonna dog cat. I'm gonna dog it again. I want you guys to peek it, okay?
I'm blind flash.
I'm mine for heaven.
Wide swung.
Heaven.
Dropped on you.
One enemy remaining.
No one dropped.
I'm gonna come.
left side,
I'm
left
playing
side.
back. I'm playing back.
Last player standing.
Oh, I can't pick up the gun. Pussy.
God, you're fucking
the gun, but it was so fucking wide.
This is a code for a chance of free coaching. Remember, I'm picking comments at random, so if you want to make it easier for me to reach out to you, join my coaching Discord in the description. Thank you.